Today, you will learn everything you need to do in order to solo queue and succeed. But under no circumstance shall you solo queue with the expectation of winning. It's as if the Ubisoft gods purposefully find the worst players who are also queuing and put them on your team. So with that being said, we shall begin the master guide to solo queuing. Okay, that sounds a bit much. Here are some things that will help you on your journey. That is the Ranked Siege matchmaking system. In order to succeed in this place, you must be willing to be flexible. And I don't mean do tricks on it, but I mean playing ops you don't normally play. I know you want to auto-lock Clash and Capitao, but while solo queuing, it is crucial you wait and see who the other players pick. And based on whatever atrocity they come up with, you should make your decision based on that. If you have no hard breach, you gotta play Thermite or Ace. He's probably banned, but you know what I mean. Or if no one has wall denial on defense, you gotta play Bandit or Cade. You are going to be the glue that holds this team together and make it prevail, hopefully. Once you've entered the round, here are some tips. Don't just drive your drone into the site and get it shot. There's literally no point in doing that, and you're just wasting a drone for no reason. Or put it to where you think you'll make entry into the site. On attack, your main goal should always be, how do I get this plant down? I know it's basic, but I've seen so many rounds be thrown to when the guy with the diffuser decides to just chase a vigil around the map and then die. Like, why are we doing that? There's no need to do it. Plant the diffuser, please. Plant the diffuser. So communicate with your team and come up with a strategy of planting. If none of them talk, well, that's kind of just how solo queue works. Defense is patience and using utility to stall. The worst thing you can do is peek and overextend and die. Unless you're like John Wick and you're just gonna smoke through everybody, then, I mean, lock in. But also, don't sit in a corner while you watch your teammate counter slowly go from 5 to 1, and then you're left with nothing. We all know that person who does that. Probably a Cav. You're probably sitting in your chair right now saying, none of my teammates ever talk in game chat or text chat, and sometimes that's for the better, you know? But if literally none of your teammates are talking, then we need to change our approach. So no one is talking and your teammates are bots. Then the choice you make while solo queuing is crucial, such as liking this video and subscribing. This will determine whether you get blessed with good teammates or you're casted into the depths of terrible matchmaking. Choose wisely. You'll want to play operators that give you the most intel and choose abilities that aren't centered around a team. So if you're playing Monty and you're solo queuing, you're just asking to lose. The worst thing you could do if you play Monty, the worst thing, and this always happens, you get vibe check from your teammate who thinks it's a good idea to mag dump the back of your head for some reason. It always happens. It happens. I don't know why. So here are the best attacking and defending operators for solo queuing. On attack, you're going to want to stick with these operators: Zero, Grim, Dokkaebi, Deimos, and Nomad. And here's why. Zero offers a lot of intel with his cameras. You can shoot them literally anywhere you need to get more information. And assuming your teammates aren't scrolling reels, they can at least ping where someone is. Grim offers great intel into unknown areas. He can be used to make sure something is clear, or when you know someone is there, you can make them move, or even as a flank deterrent for a short while. Dokkaebi is probably the strongest attacker in the game right now, and for good reason. She has one of the best guns and a juicy secondary SMG-12. She's great for roam clearing, and her calls, if you unalive any roamers with a vibe check of your own, you can hack their cams and see where they are. And if they have a Valk or bulletproofs, it can give you access to those as well. So yeah, she's pretty strong. Deimos with a communicating team is probably the best op in the game, but even in solo queue, he can be great for clearing those ratting roamers and for playing vertical if the site allows it. Last is Nomad. The worst feeling is being flanked by one dude who then kills 3 teammates because no one was watching the flank. Nomad prevents this entirely And in a post-plant scenario, she can make it easier to prevent retakes. Now, for the defenders, we are still going to want to play ops that give us intel like Lesion, Valk, Melusi, Fenrir, and Pulse. And here's why. Lesion can put his traps anywhere basically, whether that's on stairs, window hop-ins, or doorways. They give audible cues and slow attackers, giving you time to adjust and react to where they're pushing from. Valk is pretty self-explanatory. She has her own cams that can be put anywhere except outside. I hate that they removed that. Just don't put them in the site. If you're a Valk player and you put your cameras in the site, Melusi can pretty much cover an entire site with her banshees, making it impossible for attackers to make a move or rush into site unheard, which gives you more time to react as well. Fenrir does the same thing mostly, but you're going to want to play more closely to his gadgets so you can take advantage of the blindness and sound disruption. And Pulse is great for gathering active intel and making plays like C4ing from below and preventing plants. If you have a Pulse player on your team and they are not actively calling out where the other team is, either TK them every round they play Pulse or get them off your squad. Now, with that being said, if you notice your team doesn't have a specific op, you should look to fill the role first, like bringing wall denial or intel gadgets like bulletproofs. Now, of course, the best way to rank up in solo queue is to not solo queue at all. You should try and find a stack to play with, and whether that's on the Siege Discord or through the game chat, it's always going to be better and more optimal to have people you can communicate with and come up with strategies before the rounds. While solo queuing, you need to have the mindset of not caring whether you win or lose. Now, I'm not saying to throw or to not play to win, but playing scared to lose is the quickest way to lose, if that makes sense. Sometimes you gotta go brazy and peek things and rush things. Sometimes you just gotta try the Hail Mary, because unless you're in Pro League or you're trying to be Pro League, wins and losses will happen. And if you lose, you can always queue up for another one and pray you get better teammates. If you like this video and found it helpful, I have similar videos linked in the description down below, like how to be a good roamer and how to get your aim right. It's been your boy Rags. Keep slaying and peace out.